What's up, guys? Super Ninja Austin back here with another video, the SNA podcast, with your host, yours truly, here talking about the review of NXT tonight, what went down. And we're gonna start off with, let's see here. Let's start off with the Dyad taking on the reigning defending NXT Tag Team Championships, which is the team of Tony D'Angelo and his partner in crime, Channing Stacks Lorenzo to be the exact. And it was a really good back and forth tag team match. And then at the end of the match, Ivy Nile came out and interfered. I mean, I don't say exactly interfered. More likely, stand face to face with the rest of the schisms, which is Joe Gacy and Ava Raine. She went up, was about to get into a physical altercation with Ava, but it was all just an elaborate distraction ruse. So the Creed brothers that was dressed in the disguise as in one of those schism yellow masks, which I believe it was Julius Creed. He hit him with that backward spine buster flip thingamajig. Though I forget which schism member was it, but he did that. He did the move, threw him back in the ring. Tony D'Angelo hit his finishing move for the 1-2-3 victory, and still your reigning defending NXT Tag Team Champions, Tony D'Angelo and Channing Stacks Lorenzo. And then let's see here, and it was.
What's the correct title? Let me go by Eddie Steinfeld. Yo, nobody got the correct title. Well, you know what? That means me and Kelly get to keep the money. I got you. But you know what? You gotta go talk to Angela and JJ. Y'all give it up for. We're matching. Jersey.
And up next we have Trick Williams taking on Drew Gulak. To send a message to Ilya Dragunov that he's way more than Ilya Dragunov's. Ilya Dragunov. He's more than just Carmelo Hayes' sidekick. And then we head over to that match. What's his name? Trick Williams gave Drew Gulak a run for his money because he just basically was getting all the offense, and then impressively he even got the victory over the former NXT Cruiserweight champion.
All right. Hey, awesome. You want the mustard vinaigrette or the balsamic vinaigrette?
Choose one mustard, so can I go with mustard? Thank you.
I would.
Thank you.
You said $500 in a dream, and now you have your own business. Well, hopefully we can put some more money in your pocket today to enhance that dream. Y'all make some noise.
No, you can't be on me right now.
Yeah, that was a really pretty good. Yeah, physical. Yeah.
My laptop back there.
Yeah, but yeah, Trick Williams gave a run for Drew Gulak's money, and then that's what happened. Damon Kemp and Charlie Dempsey tried to distract. Towards the end of the match, they tried to distract Trick Williams and from to help Drew Gulak get the advantage, but it didn't seem like it worked because he was fighting back on both Dempsey and Kemp, and then that's when Brooks Jensen and Josh Briggs came out and fought off them while Trick Williams got back in the ring. And then Drew Gulak tried to hit him with his move. he tried to get him kicked, but Trick Williams went up and hit him with that spinning kick, which is his finisher, and got the 1-2-3 victory. Up next, we got Baron Corbin cutting a promo about he's going to go through a different edge. And no, I don't mean Adam Copeland. And yes, sir, that is a catchphrase from Simon Miller. And shout out to him once again, like on last night's video from the Raw review. But back to the promo with Baron Corbin, he started going on and on about he haven't been doing much on NXT or anything in WWE in that matter. And then he came out and he's trying to go up with a new era. And he's trying to do a new era with his new gimmick, basically. And he's saying of Baron Corbin as the new burner ship, whatever that means. But it looks like he's going to be going through a different character transformation. Let's hope this gets at least a tad better than his last character, is the Happy Corbin. And that's when Robert Stone and Von Wagner came out of there saying that's what you have to say, that you're just going to change. You're going to be changed into a different man and etc. Yeah. And then that's when Baron Corbin starts saying, well, Von Wagner thinks that he thinks he's going to be the top guy into this business. If he's trying to be anything in this business, he got to learn to speak on the mic. And then Von Wagner, before Von Wagner gets a chance to say anything, that's when Baron Corbin's like, hold it up, you might as well give it back to your manager, because you can't know how to speak whatsoever. And then that's when Von Wagner's like, maybe I don't speak that much, but at least I'm not like you that speak too damn much. And then he's like, I don't care any of those characters, but and then he's like, you're not like the Lone Wolf, or I don't care if you're Lone Wolf Corbin or Happy Corbin, broke ass Corbin, bum ass Corbin, or even Happy Corbin, or any of the I really don't care about. How about I have a match with you next week, and then I'll knock that chrome dome bald head of yours off. And then that's when they get into a physicality brawl, start punching the living daylights out of each other. Especially what's his name, Von Wagner.
Tonight your choice is very simple. Choose between holding. And then that's when he nearly nailed him with a jackhammer. Not jackhammer. I keep getting jackknife and jackhammer mixed up to get into the tongue tie. But he tried to hit him with a jackknife powerbomb. But Happy Corbin somehow rolled up and then rammed him right through the hardest part of the ring, which is known as the ring apron. And that's when the referees and the security guards start breaking them apart. And then that's when the fans did not like that. They were like, let them fight. Start chanting, let them fight. And then that's when it shifted over to the back, into the backstage segment between Dirty Doms and Mommy Rhea, which is the two fourth members of the Judgment Day. And then they and then they challenged Dragon Lee and Lyra Valkyria into a mixed tag team match next week on NXT Heatwave. And then Heatwave. But they basically said, and then she was like, you think, Lyra Valkyria, you think you're going to kick, you think you could kick Mommy in the face? You decided to do that. But next week, I'm basically going to dismantle. And she was like, next week, I'm going to, she basically said she's going to basically murk her. But we're going to see about that next week on the special event of NXT Heatwave. But,
And he's like, and then she started bragging about Dirty Doms is gonna take care of Dragon Lee into that mixed tag match. But I don't know, like they could have a 50% chance, but at that same time, there's that other half chance that Lyra Valkyria and Dragon Lee's gonna beat them. But we're gonna see in 7 days from now, more like nights because it is the night time. We're gonna see who's exactly gonna be beating who. But anyway, we're gonna talk about this number one contenders match between Wes Lee against Dijak. That's what his name is. And then we'll see who's gonna be the number one contender for the NXT championship. And I would say, in my opinion, was the match of the night. It definitely deserved I would say 4 stars by itself, but I'm not giving that overall NXT. I'm just giving it for just the match itself. I would give it a 4 out of the 5-star match, just for being such a good match in general. Yeah, and I think that should have been the main event, but we're gonna get to more of that. I'm gonna say that maybe it was a good thing that didn't main event the show because there's gonna be more on that about the NXT championship later on the show. But back to the match, it was really good. And then before the match, they basically made their presence known by going to a meet and greet autograph signing that Carmelo Hayes was doing earlier on that day, which was before the show, like probably a few hours before. And then Wes Lee went up to him. He was like, "This is all you can do and you can sign autographs, but you can't answer my calls and my messages." But he was like, "Look, this is all part of being the champion. Like I just can't be lacking on the job." And then Wesley noted him on that day, like he's gonna win the number one contenders match, and he's gonna meet him next week. Like just typical number one contender stuff, yeah. And then soon after, Dijak done the same, except he said it in his way, like after I finish off with Wes Lee, I'm going after you, and I'm going to be the new NXT champion. Which we're gonna get to that right now. Like it was a really good match, yeah, very entertaining. And then when it looked like Dijak was about to win, like towards the outside, like he's about to bring after he hit Barry Barricade, which I need to start doing Barry Barricade encounters, but I'm gonna do that probably later on because I'm not trying to steal my man Simon Miller's stick. Yeah, that's his thing that he's doing right now. So, but yeah, see about the respect and the condolences, the future condolences of Barry Barricade. But that's the end. But back to the match, like Dijak Irish whips Wesley into Barry Barricade, and that's when before he can have a chance to throw him back in the ring, he runs into Eddie Thorpe, and then he tries to hit him with a clothesline. He ducks. Wesley hits him with a hurricane rana that slingshots him right towards Simba the Steel Steps, throws him back in the ring, hits him with a cardiac kick, and then soon after hit him with a secondary finisher, which is that diving corkscrew somersault splash off the top rope for the 1-2-3 count victory. And then he's going to be Carmelo Hayes' next number one contenders for his NXT title next week at Heatwave. And it looks like there's tensions going higher up into between Eddie Thorpe and Dijak. But we're going to see about more of that, where that's going to be heading to next week when we get that particular answer. But yeah, anyways, we're going back to the next.
Reduces wrinkles, firms, and brightens. I'm amazed.
Going to the next.
In 1 week, Revitalift Triple Power from L'Oreal Paris. It does what it says.
And then that's when we head over to the backstage, onto the backstage segment between Dragon Lee and Lyra Valkyria, and see what kind of strategy they need to do while the takedown. and then maybe we could think of something together. Like we could do something close, up close. And then this is when Dragon Lee thought that talking about getting into a relationship with her. And he noted her that he's already taken. But she was like, well, wait, like no, like not like that. I'm talking about like into something that's like some kind of a like a tag team like a mixed tag team duo power move like some kind of a power move teamwork, basically, some kind of they're gonna do some kind of a teamwork power move plan, like some kind of strategy perhaps to get the victory over Rhea Ripley and Dom Doms, and we're gonna probably see what's exactly gonna happen at NXT Heat Wave, which I'm hoping they do get the victory, so they can show that there's plenty of future between both Dragon Lee and Lyra Valkyria, like in their time in NXT and their future time in the main roster whenever they get called up. And then it looks like they have like 100,000 pounds of potential in them, and they're running WWE right now. So a win definitely would they could easily benefit off of. Yeah, what I'm trying to say. But yeah, let's move on to the next slide. We're gonna let's see, and then we get to the backstage interview where Mackenzie Mitchell interviewing Tyler Bate about him and Joe Coffey's confrontation outside the venue of the Capitol Wrestling Center because they've been noted by an anonymous user from NXT that's on Twitter that caught it on a spy cam and posted it on Twitter that they got into an arguable that Joe Coffey and Tyler Bate got into an arguable and almost near physical confrontation, and then which turned into a match, which was coming up. It comes up next, which they do have the match, like, and then it was Joe Coffey but before it, so that it shoots up to a promo video with Ilya Dragunov saying like, oh, you think you can slay the dragon? Like, I'd like to see you try. And what else he would say? He says, this is right here.
What's the correct title? You can make $1,000 a month using one little app. Only one team might get the correct title, and it's Andrea and Alicia.
Let's see. My bad. I'll try to take so long. Just make sure I get some of this right, so I won't be easily corrected.
Still neck to neck, still anybody's game. Song number 2. The category is arrows. $4,000. DJ Kelly Kell, hit it.
Let's see.
One of my favorite songs. Cry every time I watch Armageddon. Both teams have locked in their answer. Shazam, what's the correct title? I don't want to miss a thing by Aerosmith. Both teams locked in.
Oh yeah, he was like,
locked in. I don't want to miss a thing. Fastest. Jenny and Kelly in 1.18 seconds. First place with $12,000. All right, behind Jenny and Kelly is Andrea and Alicia with $9,000. Can go either way with song number 3. The category is Aerosmith for $4,000.
You bring that supreme. Oh yeah, he was like, and you're bringing that supreme confidence that you're getting out of the shadows of Carmelo Hayes because I'm going to break you in half. And next week, like you're not gonna understand until next week that that while I be in there, I'm gonna hit you with a torpedo headbutt that's gonna make you understand that who you was messing with. That you shouldn't have been wishing to get in the ring with someone like me. And basically, so we're gonna see who's gonna get the victory on that as well next week. Because next week's episode of Dynamite is gonna be like a pay-per-view worthy episode, like which is known as Heat Wave. So we're gonna see a whole lot of matches, whole lot of big matches like that are non-title matches. And and I'm gonna do a review on that next week as well. So stay tuned to that as well. But anyways, and then that's when they skip to Shawn Michaels' office that Wesley got a contract, which is some kind of a contract signed to confirm the match next week for the NXT title between Wesley and Carmelo Hayes, which Wesley got in his arms and he was getting ready to bring it out into the ring arena. But we're gonna get to that later on after these next matches and segments. And then back to the Tyler Bate versus Joe Coffey match. It was just it was very averagely interesting. Like let's see where this feud's gonna head to after this match. And then but it was like it basically gave me NXT UK vibes. I guess since they no longer have that brand no more because they're working on towards the end of this year or the beginning of this year, are gonna work on making a newer and improved version of that brand, which is gonna be known as NXT Europe. But it said that it's gonna take a long while for them to release that because there's so many work that needs to be done before releasing it on TV or exclusively on the WWE network on Peacock. But yeah, that's what basically gave me some vibes from the old NXT UK days, like from back in 2019, 2020. But yeah, it was a good match. They have a good fight. Joe Coffey's brother Mark Coffey and Wolfgang try to distract him, and he got the advantage towards the middle of the match. Hit him with a sidewalk slam. Irish whipped him to the Tina the turnbuckle, and then he hit him with a backbreaker and an elbow. As soon as after Tyler Bate kicked out of that, and then they got him to the arm lock, and then Tyler Bate started coming back, hitting this comeback move, and then hit him with those right strikes, and then the stop sign punch, and then hit him with those forearms, lefts and rights, hooks, and then hit him with the running European uppercut, and then the rebound clotheslines, and then try to hit him with a move, but I hit him with a leg drop like move, but they lift up Joe Coffey lift him up to the turnbuckles. He got to the middle ropes and then hit him with a kick, and then hit him with a flying uppercut. My apologies, and then he hit him with an exploder suplex, and then he hit him with a shooting star press for a near fall for a 2.8 second count. And then Tyler Bate tried to hit him with a spinning fireman's carry, which he successfully did. He made himself and Joe Coffey dizzy off that. And then hit him with a Death Valley Driver like move. And then Tyler Bate
If you have hepatitis B, don't stop Dovato without talking to
Try to go for a move, but Joe Coffey hit him with a German suplex, and then hit him with and that's when he hit him with the stop sign punch, and he hit him with he hit him with a punch, and then he hit him with a rolling kick, and then Tyler Bate hits him with the Tyler driver, but no, he flipped him up. He tried to. He flipped him up, but that gave him enough time to hit the rebound clothesline, and then he hit him with the suicide. No, it wasn't suicide dive. It was with a flying dive over the top rope. Yeah, and then that's when Dabba-Kato came out, booted him interferently, and then making his presence known. And that's when he threw Joe Coffey in the ring. He nearly chokeslammed him, but the Gallows crew grabbed him before he had a chance to get dismantled by the former Commander Aziz, and he hit Tyler Bates with the double choke slam tree slam, like sit out tree slam, yeah. And then that's when they shift over to and interviewed the Baron Corbin. They're asking like what he thinks about his match next week against Von Wagner, which he was like he has the balls to stand up to me and challenge me into a match, but and then he said, and after next week at Heatwave, all he's gonna do, and then before he got a chance to say what he's gonna do to him next week at Heatwave, that's when Braun Breaker came out of the blue while being mentioned to him whatsoever, which that probably would annoy Kevin Owens and my boy Simon Miller as well. So I was like, I agree with one thing on that is like, why would someone would come out like if they weren't even mentioned into the interview or even some kind of or promo of some sort? Yeah. Yeah. Uncle Jimmy's trying to do video. But anyway, yeah. Well, Pickles. You gonna camera? No. But yeah, back to the segment. Like Baron Corbin was and then Braun Breaker came out. He was like, everybody he played. Like I'm not finished with him. So he was like, if after you're done with him, I'm just gonna. He basically he's gonna take the rest of the carcasses and devour him with defeat when it's his own right of him having beef with the former WrestleMania with the future main event WrestleMania main eventer of Von Wagner. He and then Baron Corbin was like, you think you're gonna you have beef with him too? Like, okay, like. And then Braun Breaker was like, all right, good luck next week. I'll be watching. And then Baron Corbin was like, look, everybody in this building, look at everybody in this building, but not everybody entirely. Whatever that means. I don't know what that means. And that's when they skipped over to the hard hit home truth of Nathan Fraser's talk show which respectfully apologize, the reigning defending Heritage Cup, which is Nathan Fraser. He of his podcast and where he's talk about Noam Dar pretending to be the Heritage Cup, but he called him the counterfeit Heritage Cup winner, which that kind of got Noam Dar offended because he interrupted him and he like welcome to the Supernova sessions, Supernova 11 sessions, and then he was like, where I am the real Heritage Cup winner and you're not the real champion because you beat Menza. And that's when Menza kind of got offended and he started looking at him strange. And And then Noam Dar started saying trying to fix his mistakes of saying it in a way that offended Menza, but and then he was like, and I forgot that he's like, I'm the greatest champion of all time. I have the better range. I have the more Heritage Cup reign, and set a yaka yaka. But yeah, back to these are the replay. He's like, I hear like this is where you agreed that you're gonna have a shot to win back your Heritage Cup. Like when I said, I'm convinced when he convinced instant, he's like, and he told, how about Talibé gives you your phony baloney Heritage Cup, and I give you a shot at the real thing of the trophy. And he was like, and he agreed, like even though I should still be doing the Heritage Cup, but you beat Mensa to beat the Heritage Cup in the first place. But I'm gonna make you fix that mistake myself when I win back my Heritage Cup and it returns to the rightful owner, which who I am. Like does that even matter that you're originally the Heritage Cup winner? He didn't actually beat you for the championship. You put it on the line in the first place. That Mensa was going, and you said that Mensa is going to help you win and retain the Heritage Cup, but he didn't. He couldn't do the better on Nathan Fraser because Fraser got the better of him. That's why he's the Cup winner. But we're going to see what's going to happen next week at Heat Wave. See who's the actual Heritage Cup champion. But back to the. And then that's when what's name got a. And then that's when Nathan Fraser has a false buzzer, like in case of Noam Dar says something that's untrue, he gets to beep it, and then the screen pops up as fraud. And then every time he says something that's untrue, like especially about him gonna destroy Nathan Fraser, he beeps the buzzer. It's like false, and then that's when Nathan Fraser and then that's when he ran out of there, and he was like said he couldn't take the buzz that from him speaking the untruth, like, and then Nathan Fraser's like, we're gonna. You're gonna see the real Heritage Cup winner gonna defend his cup against the Scottish Supernova Noam Dar next week at Heat Wave and see him retain that championship. And he's like, I'll see you next week, folks. And that's when we head over to JC Jane against the very pissed off Thea Hale, and then that Andre Chase said he had a match booked with Thea Hale to burn off some steam and regain some momentum that she lost since her loss against Tiffany Stratton for the NXT Women's Championship. Because Andre, if some of you haven't known, the reason why Thea Hale lost the match because Andre Chase had to throw the flag towel. I mean, he had to throw the towel to surrender so Thea Hale won't get injured. But Thea Hale was very heatedly mad at Andre Chase for doing that ever since that happened. And then yes. And then you got the match, which was nothing but just a typical match, like. And then when she stepped out when she was out of the ring, like when they took the match outside the ring, that's when. And then she started looking at Andre Chase like, you better not do, like, under no circumstance, do not throw the towel. even when I'm in the most worst predicament in the match so far. Like, and he's like, okay, like I won't.
At the heart of every dealer
And then-
SUV is you. Get 1.9% APR
And then-
monthly payments until 2023.
Like, I don't know much about the match because I kind of slept through the match, but
Purchase allowance on 2023 Buick Encore GX
But-
models. Are you on your way?
and then when she hit her with her big spine buster move set, and then she nearly got the 3 count, but just the 0.1 second from even losing. Not losing, of winning. You hit the spine buster and then hit the almost got the 3 count, but Thea Hale kicked out, had enough to kick out, but Thea Hale tried to stomp on her to bring her down before he tried to hit her finishing move, but that's when Thea Hale started coming back, hit her face 15 of the turnbuckle, and then that's when Andre Chase got up got on the ring apron, and Thea Hale's like, "What the hell are you doing? Like, I got this." And he was like, "Oh, I was just making sure that you got this. Like, I don't need you right now. Like, get down." And then that's when JCJ got the 3 count with the most devastating move in all the sports entertainment, which it's basically Andre Chase kind of screwed Thea Hale into another match once again. Well, and also shout out to Simon again with the most devastating move in all the sports entertainment, the master of that move, the one that acknowledges the move, like Xavier Woods said on that interview at that WrestleCon event at WrestleMania 39, by the way. But anyway, back to the match. That's what made Thea Hale like double, if not triple, the times angrier at Andre Chase than she was before the match. And she was like, look what you did. Like, why would you do that? He's like, well, I wasn't trying to get involved in the match. I was just, that was on me, but I'm not trying to make that happen. And then she walked off, stormed out of the arena, and then that's when we head over to this promo package with the Los Lotharios talking about their late great grandfather, I believe. Yeah. Like what helped them got into the industry of the world of professional wrestling. Which I don't know what that's gonna do, but it's probably gonna help them get some motivation and try to think about what would their grandfather would want. Well, into the tag team, yeah, it's the tag team, and try to. And then Los Lotharios been losing their matches ever since they lose more of their matches, I should say, ever since they went back to NXT, and that's when Humberto Carrillo had enough of it. He was getting sick of it, and he started shouting and going off on his cousin, saying like we need to stop being like these women attracted men that's what's holding us back, basically. Like, we need to come up with a new edge. Like, I don't mean Adam Copeland. Adam Copeland, the wrestler Edge. Like that, and yes, that's a shout out again to Simon. But yeah, like they're trying to come up with a new character and I think they're trying to go back to what's the reason why they are professional wrestlers in the first place, thanks to their grandfather, which used to been in the wrestling business. And we're gonna see what's gonna happen next with this new and let's hope improved versions of the tag team, the Latino tag team cousins of Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza, which is known as the Los Lotharios. So we're gonna be looking into that. Like, but what do you think about? And what do you think about the this new gimmick of Los Lotharios. Let me know about that in the comments as well.
For $25,000.
But we're gonna head over to the
Kelly, you ready?
and we're gonna head over to the last but not least, the NXT Championship contract signing segment, which Wesley was like finally you make it to the arena. Like, now sign this damn contract. And then Carmelo, like after signing all those autographs for those fans at that meet and greet, and then Carmelo Hayes was like, whoa, like, yeah, like, if you ever watch what I'm talking to, yeah. Like, before I start turning to the old Carmelo Hayes. And then he's like, it's not as easy as championship, but I get, yeah, it does have its perks, but with those perks, like, it also has a responsibility into being champion. And then that's when Wesley's like, you don't think I know how it is to be a champion? I once was a champion, like, which was the North American Championship, and I made that championship look very important. And that's when Carmelo Hayes was like, I understand you on that, like. And I'm the reason why that championship is important, and that's why that championship, I put that championship right on the map. Like, when it was hardly being recognized as a mid-card champion, I made that championship look like the NXT World Championship, like here, like I have in my hands. And then that's when Wesley's like
over here.
And then Wesley was looking like, I mean, not looking. It's like about he's been rejected by everyone and everything in his life, and then he said he been rejected in the military and said that he can't, and he didn't let that slow him down of trying anyways, and then the same when he joined WWE, like he proved all his critics wrong, and all his critics wrong, and then actually made a success for himself, yeah. And he believed in himself, and he worked hard to get where he get. And then he was getting the same looks like that when his tag partner got released. He said he couldn't be a single star, but and he said like. He said, like, I proved him wrong. Well, I won the NXT North American title at the end of that year, which was last year, of course, when Nash Carter got released because of controversial outside of the wrestling issues, yeah. But we'll probably get to that like later on in one of my next future podcasts. But anyway, it was going about that and about about critics said that he's probably going to be either end up next or even be a glorified jobber. But he proved all of them wrong that he's not a jobber. He's not going to be no lower card that's going to hardly be on television. He is going to be a mid-carder that's going to turn into a main eventer. And that's what he did by winning the North American Championship. And once that title reign ended, he's going to go straight to the NXT title picture, which he did when he went past Dijak to get to this point all in one night. And then that's when Carmelo Hayes like, yeah, I understand you like 90%, but at the end of the day, next week at Heatwave, they're going to be they're not going to be saying that Melo don't miss. They're going to be saying Melo can't miss. And then that's when he signed the contract. Wesley went up on but no, before that, Carmelo Hayes grabbed his NXT title, raised it up between him and Wesley. Wesley stand on top of the breakable table, stepped on it, and showed him that he has a chance, which I believe he would. But but Carmelo Hayes' NXT title reign has gotten more better and better every time he faces anybody. Like whether it be in Carmelo Hayes, whether it be in Baron Corbin, whether it be in anybody face, even Ilya Dragunov. Like last month at Great American Bash, he's been hitting it and he's been shooting the ball right through the basket and don't miss. He's like what his gimmick says. He doesn't. So I think next week it's gonna be a very close match, but I just cannot see Wesley winning the match right now. But that doesn't mean he's not going to win. I think he's going to be the third ever Triple Crown champion, with him winning the likes of the NXT Tag Team Championship, the NXT North American Championship. Like he won like 2/3 of the titles that's on NXT, except for the NXT title. But I think he's going to win, but it's going to be later on in his career as an NXT guy before he gets called right up onto the main roster. Because he's one talented young individual. And that potential is going to grow when he gets to the main roster. Like when he's winning title golds there, like whether it's mid cards, like the Intercontinental United States, or even the big heavyweight gold, like the undisputed champ or the world heavyweight.
We will.
But at this case, I think Carmelo is going to retain. He's going to keep this reign going and keeping this momentum going as well, and prove why he's the A champion. But let me know in the comments down below, well, who's going to win that match next week? Can Wesley dethrone him and become the new champion, or can Carmelo Hayes retain and still be the NXT champion? But tonight's NXT, I would give it overall a 3.5 star. Hope that's not being too negative. Like I'm not saying it's not negative. I would say it goes negative, but perhaps be a negative Nancy, like what Simon would say. This is my opinion of the show. Like it was really good on matches like Wesley and Dijak, and then the NXT tag match between the Dyad and Tony D'Angelo and all. But I just see it as a 3.5 star. But let me know how many star ratings that you think of in the comments down below. Right down there, click down below and give me y'all's opinions. It don't matter what y'all think. It don't matter. Like I just want to see what kind of comments y'all would see on this into this take on NXT, what's going on in general, whether for the championship matches, the programming in general. Yeah, just let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next video, which is tomorrow. I'm gonna be uploading a new video, the SNA podcast episode 3 for AEW Dynamite. Yes, sir. It's going to be the first ever review of AEW. Don't miss. Check it all out. Right here, same time tomorrow night. I'd like to see you all there. Peace. Sass out.
More to bond over. And that's a pretty special thing.
Okay.
So luxury creams just